All right, guys. So, you guys remember in my catching up video, I told you guys I had been playing Sleeping Dogs, watching some movies. All right. So, one of those movies I watched during the my holidays was Kunti Lanak, and another one was Sijin. All right. So, Sijin basically exists in Turkish horror and also Indonesian horror. All right. So these horrors, man, Indonesian, like, if you talk about horror, there are two kind of horrors that really kills, like, they really hit the nail. One is those Turkish horrors, those, like, those famous series of films Dabe, and also Indonesian or Korean horror. All right. Korean horror, of course, it is very famous, but Indonesian horror, they are good too. Like, if you guys uh, get any free time on your hand, please watch some Indonesian horror. All right, I'm not gonna recommend it. You can just search on the Chrome, but yeah, that is that. So why I'm talking about Indonesian horror right now? Because a new game by an indie developer called Separu Interactive. Sorry if I am butchering the name. It is an Indonesian company, and it just released a trailer of a game called Agni Village of Calamity. And man, I mean, of course, graphics is not that great, all right. Okay, textures is not that high, but the faces are so expressive, man. I mean, sometimes overly expressive, but yeah, that is the part that caught my eye firstly. But let's talk about the trailer, man. 'Cause it looks really good. Of course, the gameplay trailer is not that big, yeah, I always like talk about why gameplay trailer should be at least 4 minutes. All right, I mean, even if you're showing repetitive mechanics, show us something more. I don't like these 2 minute trailers of gameplay, but yeah, let's jump right in. Now, the story is about a cop, a female undercover cop called Agni, who goes out of her way to investigate in a shady village and to know what is going on there. There's nothing much more than that. Like, in the story, that is the only synopsis. I couldn't even find, like, I tried to find any like myths or legends regarding that kind of village. And also the problem is I'm not getting the name of the village, right? It's just Village of Calamity. And of course I couldn't find some Indonesian subreddit or something like that, because the language varied, of course. But yeah, if I get any updates, I'm gonna pin it in the comment down below. But yeah, so that is basically the synopsis. Agni is a covert police officer who goes into the village to basically search for something, to investigate something. And we see that in the trailer in the beginning, when all this action starts, like the real story starts, we see her approaching the village in a van with this creepy ass dude. Look at those teeth, man. Look at those teeth. My goodness. Always brush twice a day. I mean, once a day and once a night. But yeah, but yeah, then of course the gameplay starts. We see a lot of gameplay, melee gameplay, and also it seems they are going to have guns. So yeah, that's great. The monsters are grotesque. There's a Shining reference. Did you guys see that? I mean, this creepy ass dude who took in the village, like took Agni to the village. Man, that guy is creepy. And of course, shout out to Shining, one of the greatest movie ever created. But yeah, and of course there's a glitch because it is an indie developer. I don't know why they didn't fix the glitch before releasing the trailer, but there's a uh, blood dripping glitch. You can see blood dripping from Agni's hand. But yeah, that is kind of, I don't know, that doesn't give, it gives a like mentality that the the product is not finished yet, like there will be need to be a lot more polished. So yeah, the overall trailer was good. Gameplay wasn't that much. It was just melee combat. Some maybe there will be some stealth mission or something like that, and same gun gameplay. But yeah, it seems like some kind of ritual, because first in the starting of the trailer we get a text like something like, upon its body the village laid its root. So maybe there is a hint to some ritual or something like that. And if you guys see Indonesian horror, most of the horrors are like that, black magic type of horror, which we are seeing a lot in Hollywood nowadays, in Weapons or Bring Her Back. You know, if you guys have seen those movies, you guys know what I'm talking about. A lot of black magic videos, sorry, movies are coming out right now, and all most of the like Indonesian horrors are based on those black magic stuff and all of those stuff. So it is most probably some black magic will be involved, where the entire villagers, all the villagers take part in, or something like that. Because there is a grandma, or maybe she seems like some teacher or stuff. She's talking about don't cross the line, because if you cross the line, all the other doors will be closed for you. I mean, she basically tells that to Agni, and then that is the only part of the dialogue. There's nothing much more than that. That is the only like relevant dialogue to the story. And then we get all the gameplay that we see in the trailer. And yeah, the gameplay, it looks good. It's basically those zombie horror type games. Now the problem I have with the game is the originality, because it looks like, and of course, if you make those grotesque kind of like zombies and stuff, monsters, it is like whenever you see those monsters, you are going to be reminded of Resident Evil monsters. You just can't escape that, you know. Like those games that came out in time of God of War, those hack and slash game everyone was talking about is just God of War copy. Or like I told you guys, Sleeping Dogs, in case of Sleeping Dogs, everybody was talking about is just a GTA copy, cheap copy. But yeah, that's just our mind and our perspective, I would say. For an indie developer, the only big boss kind of monster that I saw in the trailer that they like showed us, it looks good. Okay, I won't say that much. What will matter for this game is its gameplay and its story, because of course it can beat with its like it cannot beat other games with its graphics. It just cannot, because of course it's an indie developer. So whenever we see the indie games, it's two things: their gameplay and their story. That's it. So yeah, it will be interesting to like see what kind of approach they take in case of story. And I believe if they just make the gameplay not suck, like no clankiness, no glitches, like I told you, the blood dripping glitch, then it is going to be sell very well. Now of course there is a problem. It will be an Xbox exclusive. All right, I couldn't find if it will come on. Of course, if it is Xbox exclusive, I believe it can play on PC. I don't know much about Xboxes. I mostly use Steam for my games. So yeah, I hope you can play with your Microsoft account on PC. But yeah, we'll have to see. I would love if they released it on Steam, because I don't really like Microsoft. But especially after they did their stuff, like raising their subscription to 60%, over 60%, and man, that is crazy. But yeah, that is the only problem. I think the game will get recognition, because 2 days on the channel, IGN channel, it has garnered over 80,000 views, almost 80,000 views. So yeah, people are interested for an indie game. That's a big number. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And of course, let's talk about the cameo. The only thing that is left, the cameo is of Joko Anwar. Now here's the thing why I'm talking about the like villagers doing the black magic part. Why? Because Joko Anwar is a film director, all right, and one of his greatest, I mean the best, one of his best film is the Queen of Black Magic. I am not saying the Indonesian name, because I am definitely going to butcher that up. But the Queen of Black Magic. Then there is that Satan's Slaves. Also, last year the game came. The movie. The name of the movie was, I believe, Grave Torture or something like that. Then the Siege at Thorn High or something like that. The Siege at Thorn High. Yeah, that is the name. The best franchise, or the franchise he's famous for, is called Saturn Slaves. Like Saturn Slaves 1, Saturn Slaves 2, both were great movies. I saw those movies when they released, I mean like 2023 or something like that. So, and I'm not going to spoil the movies for you, but many of those movies are something like death related, like not in a sense that what happens to you after death, but rituals are kind of death related, all right, and mass participation in black magic, that kind of stuff. So yeah, when I saw Joko Anwar, I knew that I have heard of him somewhere or someplace, something like that. Then I just did a Google search, and yeah, he's a good director. I recommend Saturn Slaves, and of course the Queen of Black Magic. That is kind of that was kind of good. Also, another thriller you can see is Modus Anomaly. Modus Anomaly, I think that is how it's pronounced. I'm just going to give all of the images I'm going to like clip in my video. But yeah, it is going to be really great because the director Joko Anwar has pretty high standards, and if he is collaborating with this game, then I'd say the story is going to be pretty good. So yeah, that is that, guys. I have pretty high hopes because we need to support this kind of indie games because they're doing really great job, and I hope more indie developers or indie game studios make this kind of games. Maybe not flamboyant, that we find these AAA games that takes fucking mind my language, but 100 million, 200 million, and then they just release slops and stuff. So yeah, hopefully don't let us down. But yeah, that is it, guys. So yeah, see you guys. Bye.